Greetings comic book fans, welcome to Dude's Comic Haul. I'm Jason and this is my weekly haul video where I share with you the new comics I picked up today on officially the best day of the week, New Comic Book Day. It is a freezing, miserable day here in the UK, but even the weather can't dampen my spirits today because it's New Comic Book Day. A new haul, a new stack of books that I picked up today. 13 books this week, all from my pull list, nothing off the shelf. I was super good. I was going to pick up Logan Legacy, the second issue of that. I decided not to. The solicits this week have come out for January, and it turns out that Logan's Legacy is going to lead into a weekly series called The Wolverines, where the team we meet in Logan Legacy are going to become a regular team and have adventures that are going to be told in weekly. And this weekly book is going to be $3.99. I've decided no thank you, Marvel. I've already getting 2 weekly books. I do not have any inclination, no matter how good or how much I want it, to add another weekly to my pull list, especially a weekly that is $3.99. So because I know what I'm like, if I buy Logan's Legacy, I'm going to talk myself into getting the Wolverines, and I don't want to do that. So I'm cutting it off now before it gets there. So that meant just 13 books, nothing off the shelf. I was tempted to get Deathstroke. I may go back if I hear good things about Deathstroke, pick that up, but otherwise these are going to be my books this week, a nice smaller week. So without further ado, let's get into these. We have Aquaman, issue number 35. Really like that cover for Aquaman there. This is a book that just is so consistent. Recently I've been looking through my pull list to see if there's any books that I'm not enjoying that I could maybe cut out, and Aquaman's just one of them books that every month gives a good solid issue. Occasionally it gets really good, but most months it's just really solid, and every month you know you're going to get plenty of bang for your buck, and it's going to be a decent story. And it's very rare that I leave an issue of Aquaman feeling disappointed. It always gives you enough to send you home happy, and that's good. I've tried to avoid reading solicits. While I look at what books are coming out, I won't read solicits, and I'm finding that has helping me enjoy my books a lot more. If I read the solicits, I go into the book with expectations, and I find when I don't know what's going to happen, I don't go in with any expectations, and invariably, more often than not, I tend to enjoy what's there a lot more because I don't have no expectations. And this is one of the books that I have no expectations. I have not got any clue what this is. It's a new story, Maelstrom. You can see on the side there, in number 1. So yeah, let's see what this is going to be. But I'm always a good bit of Aquaman. We then have a new book, Arkham Manor, issue number 1. My comic book guy, he asked me, he said, "Do you want this? You want to try this?" Well, yeah, you know, I'll try it. Especially since I'd cut off Logan's Legacy, so I thought I'd get this one instead. As you all know, since Batman Day, I've been a bit bat crazy, and so yeah, I like getting these books that are a bit away from the superhero books, that give us a different kind of look at Gotham City, because invariably most of the time we get Gotham through the eyes of heroes or villains, and we never, and that was one of the things I really liked about Gotham Academy, is that we got somebody else's perspective on Gotham and on all the crazy happenings. So yeah, I'm a bit curious about this one, see what it's about. If I don't like it, I won't pick it up again. So yeah, we then have Batman Eternal, issue 29. Been enjoying this. We've got Batwing on the cover, so it looks like we're going to go back to the Arkham Asylum stuff. I figure we need to get it done, we need to get it finished, but it's not my favourite part of the story, so we will see. Another Jeff Parker book here, it is Batman 66, issue number 16. He's doing a fantastic job. I would love to see them use some of the current kind of characters and kind of how they would be in this book. I did remember hearing an interview with Parker saying he was going to use Killer Croc, but we've not seen it yet. But yeah, this is a really fun book. It's nice to get a totally different tone for Batman, and it's got Hegged, who has always been a bit of a strange villain to me, but yeah, like that cover though. So yeah, that book is like one of those books that it doesn't blow you away, but it's a really fun read every issue. Then final, no, not final, penultimate DC book. It is the New 52, Future's End, issue 25. I've not been impressed with their covers the last few issues. They all seem to have this same pinky top. So yeah, I've not been impressed with the covers, but the stuff inside has been excellent. And from the cover, it looks like we're going to get Superman versus Red Tornado. And is this Red Tornado the Red Tornado from Earth 2? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Always really enjoy Future's End. I think out of the 2 weeklies, that's the one I'm enjoying the most, and it was the one I wasn't going to pick up. So, you know. And next up we have our final DC book. It is The Flash, as Flash battles Future Flash. I've really been enjoying what they've been doing with The Flash, this creative team. And yeah, we're getting to the good, really good stuff now, as we're going to get the battle of the Flashes. So, but will it be over in a flash? Don't mind me, I have these occasional, yeah, I keep taking the tablets. Anywho, getting back into the books, we have Lazarus from Image, issue number 12. I've really been enjoying this book. I love kind of like alternate realities or alternate futures, and this future is a future that I really like, because you could see it come in. You know, you look at how the big companies in the world are getting bigger, and how they're buying up all these smaller companies, and just growing and growing. You could see eventually where countries are owned by and run by companies rather than, you know, rather than people. And the thing is, if you really wanted to be cynical, you could say we've already got that with how many big businesses often will fund political parties. You could argue we've got that system already. It's just not out there right now. It's more undercover. So now into the Marvel books, we have all new X Factor issue 15. Only 55 issues left after this one. It's going to finish in January. I've been enjoying the book. I can understand why it's not been selling. Peter David, the writer, he said on Twitter that he felt it was the fact that people are trade waiting. There's no evidence of that, as the trades haven't been selling well either. So there's no evidence of that. I think it's more the case of, like, when you have companies, this book is a $3.99 book, comes out twice a month, and you've got so many other books that are coming out. They release so many books. You've got like about 10 Batman books, you've got about 10 Avengers books, 10 XMen books, 10 SpiderMan books, it seems like we've got it coming up. There are so many different books, and especially with Marvel, with their release schedule, and so many of their books seem to come out every other month, or come out twice a month. A book like this that has a bad start, which it did, it's going to be very difficult for that book to kind of catch up. Even when the story improves, it's going to be very difficult for this book to catch up. And it's one of those books that if people had a lighter pull list, they might pick it up. But because, you know, there's so many books that are with such a high release schedule, they're going to fall by the wayside. I'm sad to see it go, because I've really enjoyed what Peter David's been doing with the book, but I'm not surprised. But I'm looking forward to seeing how that story is going to end up, and I'm looking forward to this issue because it's an Axis tie-in, and with Axis we've got the main story which we've been following, where the group of Avengers and X-Men have been battling the Red Onslaught and the 2 Iron Sentinels. But then we've also heard that because of Red Skull's like psychic powers, that he's been making people like give in to hate, and there's all been these hate riots all over the world, and that other heroes that we haven't seen have been dealing with these riots. And I really think it's a great way these books can kind of go into that and deal with the hate riots, and it adds to the main story, because we're getting to see a bit of the story we wouldn't usually see. But then at the same time, you can kind of tie the characters. It doesn't feel like you don't have to read one or the other. You know, you like some of, like, for example, the Green Lantern crossovers, you have to have read each issue to understand the next issue. The way they've done this tie-in, you don't have to necessarily be reading Axis to kind of get the gist of there's these hate riots going on, and X Factor are going to help deal with them. So I like the way that they're managing the crossover there. We then have the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 8. Look like we're going to get some Edge of Spider-Verse action in this one, as well as the conclusion of our Spider-Man Miss Marvel team up. So yeah, looking forward to that. We then have Amazing X-Men issue number 12. I was really enjoying this Wendigo story, and I felt last issue it kind of went off a cliff, and they kind of messed it up. I'm hoping they're going to save it for the end. I really like this team. As you can see, the team there, you've got Storm, Firestar, Northstar, Iceman, Nightcrawler, Rachel. Is it Rachel Grey or Rachel Summers? I always get confused. And also Colossus. I like the lineup that they've got in this book. I just feel that the last issue, they messed the story up a bit, and I'm hoping they're going to save it for the final bit. We've then got Avengers issue 37, which is still set in the future. It's set 8 months in the future. My personal feeling, I've not read or heard this anywhere, I feel it's Jonathan Hickman's way of avoiding Axis. That Axis kind of doesn't join in where his story's going, so he jumps 8 months into the future to avoid all of that, and by the time Axis is finished and we all catch up, yeah, everything will be copacetic. So yeah, but I've been enjoying the future stuff though, the 8 months in the future. I think it's been quite good. I've really enjoyed those issues, and it's really interesting kind of seeing what's happened in the 8 months. We then have Access issue number 3 with our heroes and our villains there. Really like that cover, and last issue really ended on a cool cliffhanger, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next in Access. And my final book this week, it's another book that we just heard is going to be cancelled. It's She-Hulk issue number 9. This is going to finish in January as well. It sells well, it has good figures. I think personally it's another $2.99 book, and Marvel seem to be getting rid of all their $2.99 books. Also, I think they probably have plans for Charles Soule to work on other books now that I think he's become exclusive to Marvel, which I think is a fantastic signing for Marvel because he's a great writer. So they might be moving him on to something else. It's a shame. I've really enjoyed his take on She-Hulk, especially with him being coming from a lore background. I really think that's added an extra something to the book. But hey, poor old She-Hulk, her books never really last that long. So those are my books I've picked up this week. I will be back most probably. I'm working the weekend, so most probably my review video will be up on Sunday. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you all have been able to get to your comic shops and you all enjoy your comics. So yeah, if you like the video, please give me those beautiful thumbs up. Let me know you like what I'm doing. I've been Jason. This has been Dude's Comic Haul. Bye for now.